Hello and welcome all back to the Full Court Press podcast. I believe this is our sixth episode. Does that sound right to you?
Yes.
That's what our doc says. FCP episode 6. We are back on Zoom. We're back home from college, but unfortunately, there was no space to do an in-person podcast today. Our good co-host Connor Rourke unfortunately could not make it onto the podcast today, so it's going to be us three for this holiday edition of Full Court Press. It's been 2 weeks, I think. So,
Yeah.
fellas, how do we feel? How are we feeling to get back on the mic and talk some ball with the bros?
Feeling good, dude. Lions lost. Kind of looks like it's over. So I'm not happy about that. But the Knicks won. And we had a big watch party. All of us got together. We had about 10 of the
Sick.
guys watching that Knicks in-season tournament game. Big win. Happy about that. And just happy to be home, man. Pete and I are traveling tomorrow, going to the grandparents. So excited about that.
Hell yeah, baby.
It's the holiday season, Brendan. It's a time to be happy. I'm spreading holiday cheer here. And so are my
Yeah,
Jaguars with all their
you
wins. So,
you look really happy.
yeah, I am. Thank you.
Jaguars, man. They look good. I myself, I'm doing pretty well. I think the Wizards have won 4 of their last 11 games, so that's really good for them. Life's been doing well. Football, basketball teams, they're not doing too hot, but you know what? It is what it is, man. Our former high school basketball team is doing really well this season, so I'm a
Yeah.
bigger fan of them than any other team. So yeah, I sit in the student section at all the games. It's really fun.
And shout out Jerry Lekepiece, Grud.
Shout
Real
out
quick.
Jerry
Shout out to
Lakepiece.
you, dude. What are you at? Are you almost at 4K now? Are you at 4K?
Almost at 4K. Sir, baby. And
I love that new video. Some
yeah, no,
great
it
stuff.
didn't do as well as, the other videos, but that's YouTube
I mean,
for
it was
you.
still. I thought it was well made.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
liked
was
it.
I was happy with how it came out. I won't share the specifics, but I did just get my first YouTube check hitting the bank account.
Oh,
Ooh.
It's been a long time coming. I'm excited. I'm happy about
hell
it.
yeah! Let's go, Greg.
Replenish some of that Christmas shopping. But anyway, why don't we get into this episode? I think we're going to do a quicker one today. Talk some ball. Week 16 of the NFL season, minus the Monday Night Football game that is yet to happen at the time of recording. Then we're
Yep.
going to get into some mini games as always, and then the NBA Cup. We're going to talk about that. Some other NBA storylines. Nice little quick episode for y'all. So the first NFL game this week was an absolute barn burner. Seahawks, Rams, NFC West battle, basically like an NFC West championship game, so to speak. There are a couple games left, but these are two of the best teams in the NFC, arguably the two best teams this season. And this game delivered, lived up to the hype in every way imaginable. Rams controlled the game for most of it, but Seattle came roaring back in the fourth quarter and an electric overtime finish. What are you guys' thoughts on this game?
Well, yeah, dude. It was the two best teams, two best receivers. JSN had a quiet JSN game. He had like 90, almost 100 yards,
Yeah.
basically.
All in the second
Uh,
half.
yes, yeah, he was so quiet. We had someone in our dynasty league was playing JSN, so the first half he was ecstatic, and then second half kind of things fell off. But I mean, Puka, what do you have? 225, he was insane.
210 or something.
Um, he was insane in that game. Stafford looked great. Darnold, I think, kind of, you know, getting away from that narrative of being a choker in these clutch moments. This was a huge game. People are talking about is this a preview of the NFC Championship game? I think it very well could be. Both teams offensively looked astounding. I can't remember if Darnold threw a pick, but I feel like he
Through
did,
two.
didn't he? He threw two.
They're
Okay,
two.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
thought there
was
were
it
some
was
mental
early in the
lapses
game.
there. But I mean, he closed off the game really well when they. I was wondering if they're going to go for two in overtime. It made sense because there was so little time on the clock. It kind of made sense to do it, and they did. And I mean, what it was 81? Forget what that guy's name even was. He wasn't even
Yeah.
AJ. Was it AJ Barner went into the stands? It wasn't even the guy who scored the 2 point conversion to win the game. But it was. I mean, that what a game.
Yeah, no, it was one of the best games I think I've ever seen. It was fun, just two gunslingers going at each other. Obviously, Kenneth Walker had a great day on the ground as well, but like Kieran said, Puka JSN, the best two receivers in the NFL. It was a lot of fun to watch. I have Puka and Stafford in a fantasy league, so it was fun to just see them keep
Yeah.
getting yards, bunch of
The,
touchdowns too.
the
But
dopamine hit.
yeah, but it was like Stafford, even in a loss, he kind of cemented himself as that MVP in my opinion. Obviously, May had a great week this week as well, but I think Stafford just like he's showing that he is, in my opinion, the MVP. Just what he does week in and week out is incredible, and he's the most valuable player to me. Darnold, as Kieran said, he's kind of playing out of that narrative a little bit. He threw the two picks early, but he didn't crumble like he did in the four interception game. He builded off that and got better. So I think that's something for the playoffs where that's something to watch. Can Darnold continue that where he's not crumbling after a couple mistakes? But it was a very fun game to watch.
Yeah, and one of the more interesting calls I've seen, I mean, there was a lot of upheaval from Rams fans, and I think rightly so. The 2-point conversion that tied the game in regulation was just one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen. It was like it looked like a check down to the running back that was incomplete, but they ruled it a backwards pass, and like it was like a fumble that doinked into the end zone, and he picked it up, and they
Uh,
like retroactively ruled it a backwards pass, even though they had already blown the play dead. Kind of a
Yeah.
weird situation there. I was confused myself watching it, and yeah, this is definitely, I mean, it's a heated matchup, divisional rivals, but I thought that was really strange. But yeah, I mean, this was an electric game, and then they kept the momentum going with the Bears Packers game on, was it Saturday night?
Saturday
Yeah,
night.
that was a great
Yeah.
game. Um, yeah, just that was a game coming into it that Odunze was out, Luther Burden's out. So you're kind of assuming this is going to be, and the Packers are known for their run heavy style. Christian Watson was healthy, but what last week he looked like he was like that injury looked
Oh
horrible, and then
yeah.
he ends up playing. So you kind of assumed like, all right, this is going to be a game that's won on the ground, and that was, I mean, not entirely the case. The Bears they spread out their run attack. Those guys got involved in the pass game as well. I love the clip of Monongai looking for contact when he got that big catch and run. But this, I mean, Caleb Williams, man, Toyota's not Jordan Love, but Caleb Williams with that last play of the game was that's what won them the game. It wasn't the rush attack. Josh Jacobs got injured. We didn't practice all week, so you didn't know how much he was going to play. And Emmanuel Wilson really took over. It was kind of all right, nothing too crazy, but it was the passing attacks that came through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I mean,
Jordan Love
shout out
did get
to,
hurt
oh,
in
sorry
this
about
game.
that.
Yeah. Oh my, I
Jordan Love
forgot. Yeah,
also got
Malik
hurt
Willis
in this
freaking
game.
played.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I was
forgot
about to
about
say.
Yeah.
that. I
Shout
don't
out
know why I
Malik
said that. Yeah.
Willis.
That was we had a little bit of money riding on this game. Me and the guys we put together a little parlay at the crib, and I tell you, a lot of it was riding on Jordan Love, and a lot of it was Josh Jacobs, and then Malik Willis comes in the game so early on, and we were like, oh my God, man,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to him though. I mean, only threw 11 passes, but turned that into 121 passing yards, one touchdown. Also had 44 rushing yards. Like he's a pretty high level backup. And this is a guy who was kind of a project quarterback, like was maybe going to go high in the draft, but fell to, I believe, round three. Didn't show much with the Titans, and then had a few starts last year where he looked good. And now, coming in relief this late in the season, hasn't really played much at all. Like credit to him for taking his team, nearly getting them the win, if not for a pretty bad choke at the end. And do you guys know how serious Love's injury is? I actually don't.
I
I'm
also
not
don't
I
know
think
sure.
it was
for
a
sure.
concussion. So like
Yeah.
hopefully he's
Oh
back
yeah,
next
no, that
week.
sounds correct.
Yeah. But I mean, if not, Willis does not look like a bad backup. I'll say that.
No.
Yeah.
And what's their matchup looking like? If it's not
Well, I
too
mean,
bad, what?
even with the loss this week and with Jordan Love out, the Lions losing is huge for them. Because
Yeah.
that gives them more leeway depending on what the Niners do tonight. I mean, I would be, you'd be hard pressed to see the Niners lose tonight, but it did kind of look like it was going to be at least two teams from the North and at least two teams from the West, and I'm telling you, that's the Lions have kind of played themselves out of it. So, as long as Green Bay kind of stays strong the rest of the way, even with Malik Willis, which I think they can do, it's not looking great for Detroit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the teams making the playoffs is pretty set in the NFC. I think it's just going to come down to seeding.
Yeah.
But I believe the Packers will lock up that third wild card spot. They've got a game and a half lead over the Lions. I think the only way they wouldn't is if they lose out and the Lions win out. But yeah, another great divisional game. And another one with huge divisional championship implications. Bucks Panthers. This is a 1 o'clock game, a fun game between the shittiest division in the NFL so far this season. Two seven
Yep.
and seven teams going at it to try and clinch themselves that home playoff game, and probably get effed up by the Rams or whoever the 5 seed is.
Yeah, whoever they play.
But this was a fun game. Really, another really tight game. Credit to BY9 and the boys for getting it done, but it's just surprising Carolina's taking the lead over Tampa. I mean, what an implosion they've had so far this season. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that. I wrote down on our note sheet, is Baker ass? It's a question we've got to ask at this point.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
it's a very valid question, especially after that last play where it was almost just like get into field goal range, and they were nearly there, if not there already, and he makes that lackluster pass not on the same page with Mike Evans. So yeah, all his receivers are healthy. You're thinking, oh, the passing attack's going to be back. They're going to be strong. That's the Bucks' strong suit. Bucky Irving is back from injury. He's rolling, and this team just can't get it done. That Bryce Young had a great game though. That was nice to see. Him and Ted McMillan are having a great connection thus far this season.
yes. Yeah, yeah. It kind of been a little bit quiet. I want to say like 2 of the past 3 weeks where Tet wasn't really getting involved. He had a play a couple weeks ago where it's just he had that one long touchdown. But yeah, they really made a point of getting Tet involved as that alpha receiver. And I mean, Pete, you were here when we're watching that game, and the graphic comes up where they're comparing Tet and Egbuka, and it's like Egbuka at that point had like one target, no yards,
Yeah,
no catches,
Yeah.
and it was like Tet on the other end of like 10 targets, 6 receptions, like 60 yards and a touchdown, whatever it was. It was a pretty funny comparison graphic to show mid-game. But yeah,
It's
I
because
mean,
it's because I
yeah,
traded for him in Dynasty.
yeah, since you've traded for him, he's kind of been the attack is not the passing attack has not been there. And yeah, I'm a big Jalen McMillan fan, so it was nice to see him, 2 weeks in a row, getting back out there, getting his sea legs under him. But yeah, Baker, this guy who's known to be kind of like this nifty, this crafty guy. You saw it in this game where it's like head down hard worker. Like you saw it in this game. He's trying to be crafty in the pocket, but there were times where, the pressure's coming and it seems like he starts moving a little bit too early. He's dancing around the pocket, maybe a second too early where he has that time that if he just stays pat, throws it, he has a receiver open across the middle or whatever. He just was leaving a little bit too early. So that was, if you're a Bucks fan, it's frustrating to watch because that was a huge that game in and of itself, doesn't decide the winner of the division, but it basically gives the Panthers a huge leg up now,
Yeah.
with 2 games left.
It's actually not too true. I saw
Oh, they play
Oh,
again.
oh sorry,
they
Pete.
do play again. No, I saw like a thing with the statistics, but the Bucks actually still have a better chance to win the division. I'm pretty
Really?
sure
Oh,
Is
because
it divisional record?
the Panthers play
because
the
the
Seahawks next week.
yeah, and the Bucks have the divisional what it was tiebreaker
Yeah.
Got
because the
you.
Panthers lost twice to the Saints, which is pretty bad,
I
especially
did
when it
do that
comes
bet.
down to these last couple weeks for them. But it's looking like they're gonna have to win one of these last two games to be able to have a chance to win this division. The Bucks play the Dolphins next week, and then the Panthers in the last week.
Yeah. So
So
I just looked at their remaining schedules. So it's like it's basically just going to come down to that week 18 win. Like unless the Bucks lose to the Dolphins and the Panthers beat the Seahawks, unless both those things happen next week, which probably not going to happen with Quinn Ewers slinging the pigskin. Um, I assume both these teams will be 8-8 going into the last game, so we'll essentially just get a rematch of this game. And yeah, you think the Bucks would come out on top. Like, I love the Panthers; they're doing some fun things this season, but like everyone kind of knows they're not like the most real team. Like, they're probably benefiting from some close wins, an easy schedule, yada yada yada, like the 2023 Kings, maybe. But
Shout out Jerry Luckus.
but yeah, I mean, that's gonna be a really fun game regardless. And it was gave us a great game this weekend. Moving on to some 4 o'clock games, we had two great games. First off, let's get the Jags out of the way. Pete, you could take the show with this one. What do you think about the Jags? Big win over the Broncos. Let's hear it.
Trevor Lawrence has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. In the last 4 weeks, 14 total touchdowns and no interceptions. He's playing probably the best football of his career, to be quite honest. And just every facet of the team is just like working together so well. The run game is doing what they need to do. ETN and Tootin. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is slinging the rock really well. We just see like he's evading pressure really well. He's getting out to his left, his right. He's hitting Parker Washington a lot. He's hitting Jacoby Myers. Brian Thomas is really just right now in his role to get some long third down catches when we need them. And it's really just been a lot of Parker Washington and Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers has been a huge pickup for us. And the defense needs to get a lot of credit. They shut down this Broncos offense for the most part this week. Bo Nix did a lot of his slicing and dicing late in the game where they were trying to catch up. But I really love this team right now. It's looking like they're going to win this division. I think with the Pats winning last night, the one seed is kind of out of reach, but the Jaguars are playing a lot of good football, and I think this team has a chance to get come out of this AFC, especially with the AFC being a little weaker this year. So, a lot of
Could
fun
be,
stuff.
Pete. Your Jags, man. I mean, to score 34 points against this defense while also having, giving up 5 sacks to Trevor Lawrence just shows kind of it's a testament. And without, I mean, Bishal Tootin didn't even play this game. And granted, that's a, backup running back, but he's one of the, better change of pace backs in the league this year. So missing that aspect. Brian Thomas is basically an afterthought right now. Yeah, I just think it's awesome where your wide receiver one is for this game, at least is Parker Washington. And yeah, like you said, Jacoby Myers has just got picked up on that 3 year, 60 million contract, 40 million guaranteed. Like this
I
is the
know.
vibes are high in Jacksonville.
Yeah, man. Like, it's nice to see them rebuild so fast. They were good on the come up a few years ago. Um, and then they fell off last year. So it's nice to see them rebound. People were starting to talk crazy about Trevor Lawrence, asking, is he the guy? And well, he hasn't had this generational career that you expected him to have. He's doing everything he needs to get them wins this season. And yeah, I mean, when you look at this AFC playoff picture, the Chiefs have already bit the dust. And then the Ravens are probably not making the playoffs at this point. It's going to be really tough if they're not already eliminated. And so you're asking yourself, like, who's like, yeah, they're going to beat the Jaguars. I mean, the Bills are the one team with that like playoff prestige, but they've got some holes in their roster this year. The Broncos have looked like a good team all year, but Jacksonville just took care of them. The Patriots, they look solid, but again, a lot of close wins. So, yeah, I mean, it sounds crazy, but the Jaguars are in the hunt as much as anyone. They've been phenomenal. They're getting hot at the right time, and yeah, it's been nice to see. What a pickup Jacoby Myers has been.
Yeah, I do think you got to watch out for those Buffalo Bills.
Hmm.
Brendan, you mentioned it last or 2 weeks ago now, the EPA per play. Those Bills, man,
Mm.
tied for first in offensive EPA per play.
The
They're
Bills?
explosive, man. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Josh Allen under center, you just got to watch out for them. But yeah, I mean, this Jags team, they have a legitimate chance, like you mentioned, Pete. But you got to watch out for those other big dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, little bit of a sadder talk. Let's talk about the Lions. Where did they go wrong against the Steelers yesterday?
This was just like it's just frustrating because I want to start off. I hate talking injuries, man, and I hate blaming injuries. But at some point, it's like, when are the injuries going to end? Last year, everyone was getting injured, right? We lost so much of the D line, we lost a lot of the secondary, and this year it's the secondary is gone. Brian Branch tears his ACL or his Achilles, whatever it is, and Terry Arnold's out. Kirby Joseph, who 2 weeks ago they said, oh, he's considered week to week. He might come back. Last week, they said. And then he's ruled out for the season. So they're depleted, and they hit the Steelers team where Mike Tomlin, man, doesn't want to go 8-9. He doesn't want to do it. And yeah, they get their ninth
It
win,
don't
and
happen.
it was just sad. Jahmyr Gibbs, 7 rushes, 2 yards, couldn't get anything going on the ground. He really only had like one possession where he got going. The offense was just stagnant. Like despite Jared Goff having a very solid game, I think a lot of that is kind of inflated. He threw the ball 54 times because the run
Mhm.
game could not get going. So he had 363 yards and 3 touchdowns. But I don't know, man. It stinks having such high hopes for this team going into the season and last year, and just injuries derailing it all. Got to tip the cap to those guys over in Pittsburgh. But yeah, just frustrating, man.
Yeah, I mean, 15 rushing yards as a team, that's pretty tough to overcome. And yeah, it just looked tough for them on that last drive trying to get the game-winning drive going. They got bailed out by a few penalty calls, one of which definitely was pass interference, but then there was like a some sort of person like the tripping, which is
Yeah,
just a dumb penalty by
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
And
And
then there's one where like Tesla like set a pick
oh yeah,
on
yeah, and then they
whoever
got
that guy
Uh,
themselves
was.
on the
Yeah,
doorstep, and yeah, Tesla hip checks the defender, gets the OPI, and then
yeah,
there was a false start, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, you go from the 1 to the 16, and then last play of the game, just chaos. Like Amon Ra ruined the play from the very beginning when he just shoved Jalen Ramsey to get open. Um,
yeah,
but what ended up not mattering, but what followed was just an insane play. He catches the ball, is definitely down by forward progress, but just chucks it back to Jared Goff, who
yeah.
hurdles someone to get the touchdown. Refs talk about it for like 5 minutes and left a lot of Detroit fans really upset on their way home.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to he didn't have to push. He had the separation. Like
Yeah,
there was no need for him to push off there.
yeah. And like it
But
literally ends the game if he gets caught. Like that's just so dumb by him.
yeah,
yeah, I
uh,
think this game kind of showed that Jared Goff's deficiencies might stop this team from ever being able to win a Super Bowl. Like Kieran said, he passed the ball 54 times, 363 yards, but the run game is the bread and butter of this team. And Jared Goff, like when he's getting pressured in the pocket, he can't evade it at all. Like he's not mobile enough in the pocket to extend plays, to give them second chances. And that's the difference between him and these upper echelon guys where Jared Goff is probably a top 15 quarterback. Sometimes he's in the top 10 conversations, and he is good in his own right, but he's not shifty enough to extend plays and win the Lions a lot of games, especially
yeah,
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think in the future they will be looking for someone else.
Yeah,
I hope so.
he's definitely not Rob Dillingham with the shifts. Like he's more of a he's more of a Tyler Kolek, you know what I mean?
Hey, he
Be
turned up a little bit
respectful, man.
recently.
There are shifty quarterbacks who are worse than Jared Goff, and just like
Of
there are
course there are,
shifty
but
players, just like Rob Dillingham's worse than Tyler Kolek,
Tyler
probably.
Kolek. Yeah, it's true.
But anyway, last game we're gonna talk about Sunday night football, Pats, Ravens. I'm gonna be honest, I did not catch much of this game. I was following it, but you know, if you guys watched it, we can talk about it. But if not, we can kind of just talk about the Ravens season in general and how they've kind of cooked themselves.
Well, Pete, you want to start us off, or?
I only watched the first half, to be
Yeah,
quite
same.
honest, and I don't know. I was kind of done with it after I saw Lamar getting hurt, and then I mean that's just been the story of their season. Just Lamar's been
Yeah.
hurt, and they haven't been able to succeed with him being hurt and then coming back from injury. But he's still kind of injured. He's not his same self, and yeah, the just this was a winnable game for them, even with Tyler Huntley in. They couldn't get it done. Drake May, he, I think this was his first game over 300 yards this year,
Yeah.
and he had like 380. So
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, the Pats are a good team, but it was a winnable game for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, Drake May turned the ball over twice. I'm pretty sure he had that fumble and then
Fumble
he
and a
had the
pick.
He threw
interception
a
as
pick,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's he made it this Drake May, who's been kind of, this MVP like figure all season, proves it by, putting up 380 and two touchdowns. And he looked, I mean, some of those throws where he had one to Kyle Hamilton, was it? That was just like gorgeous. Or Kyle
Kyle
Williams, sorry.
Hamilton is
Yeah,
on the other
that's the
team.
safety. That's the Ravens on the safety, or safety on the Ravens. Kyle
Ravens on the
Williams,
team.
um, that's just like a beautiful ball right in the end zone there. It was a cool shot because as he's catching it, you see in the background um, the score of the Steelers game, Steelers Lions game, and it's like, oh, like it's just the bad omen for the Ravens. But yeah, it
Mm.
just with those turnovers they still couldn't capitalize. And Tyler Huntley, I think he went like 9 for 10. Like he completed the
No, no,
good
he was
completion
good.
percentage, but
Solid.
without, like you said, Pete, without Lamar, this team is, yeah.
And it sucks because the Ravens defense in the latter half of this year has been one of the best defenses in the league. So it just sucks that Lamar hasn't been at full health. He went out of this game, and like this team, when they're fully healthy, when they're all playing together, they got Aloy Gilman and then Kyle Hamilton's around the line. They have a more dynamic defense. This team can be really, really good, and we just weren't able to see that this season, which was sad because the
Fumbles,
Ravens are a
man.
fun team to watch.
Fumbles.
Yeah, and then yeah, Derrick Henry fumbled as well.
Oh my God, yeah.
Zay Flowers fumbled to end the game too.
What was
Derrick
that clip
Henry. What's
of
that?
Zay? Was that, yeah, when Mark Andrews tried to lateral it, and Zay's just like
That was the dumbest play I've ever seen.
so dumb. Oh man.
Pete, you want to take us into Keep Three Cup Five?
Yes,
Or no,
please.
the King of the
Yeah.
Hill for NFL, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I have a
Do our
King of the
NFL ones.
Hill. So this is King of the Hill NFL running backs edition.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the first matchup is Quinshawn Judkins or J.K. Dobbins.
Ooh.
Dude, this is hard because like JK's been injured the latter half of the season, but Quinshon Judkins might as well be injured for the latter half of the season.
Yeah. I think if you aren't holding injuries against him, it's no brainer Dobbins. Like Dobbins is a great player. He just can't stay on the field. So it just depends whether you want to consider that.
I think we got it because I mean, what Quinshon missed what was it, the first 4 games
Well, that wasn't
with the
that was like some
suspension? What was the
suspension
suspension?
or like
Yeah, I
he
mean,
wasn't
if you want to bring in
signed.
that
Like
he's
it
a
was
horrible person,
some shaky stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, with that in mind too, I'm inclined to give this to Dobbins by technicality. I think he's a
and
better player regardless.
yeah, and Quinshon just broke his leg as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yeah.
get better soon. But I think you're right, Grud, that I think
Yeah.
JK is just a better, even though again, Quinshon he came on the scene like no,
Yeah.
the Browns suck. He came on the
Yeah.
scene out of nowhere, and then now the Browns have quote unquote gotten a little bit better with Shador under center, and he's like just not been good at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, JK.
3.6 yards a pop to end his rookie season. That's not great.
Yeah,
Dobbins
964
was
all
averaging
purpose though. I'm
5.
pretty sure something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
All right,
So the
Pete.
next matchup is J.K. Dobbins or Kyle Monangai.
dude, I love Common on guy. It's J.K. Dobbins, but I love Common on guy.
Yeah. They've had similar
I feel like J.K. is
seasons
just he's a starting running back.
counting stats wise. Monunga has put up 730 yards this season though. That's pretty crazy.
Dude, as a backup to,
Yeah.
you know what? Hey, Greg, should we do Monongai just because that's, that's one of our guys, one of our shared guys, you and me? Because we, for
Yeah.
context, I traded at the beginning of the year Tyreek Hill to Grud for a first round pick, second round pick, and third round pick. And then I added a second round pick and he gave me Kaminongai.
Dude, I didn't even like I I didn't even like know who he I just threw him in, I think. Like I wasn't aware of
He
who
was
I
a
had.
seventh rounder out of Rutgers. Like you don't
Yeah, it
really
was
assume he's
I
going to be
didn't
anything.
draft him in like the draft thing. Like I just had him and I just threw probably just to save a roster spot. And yeah, I'm kicking myself for that one, especially after what Tyreek Hill happened to him this season. But
Yeah.
you
I
live and you
think
learn.
I think it's J.K. Dobbins. I think Monongai maybe next year.
Oh
I
yeah.
like Monongai's great, but
Yeah.
I do think J.K. Dobbins like he's one of the most efficient backs when he plays.
Yeah.
Granted, he's injured, but yeah. I think to your point last round, Grant, I think just even despite the injury, he's you gotta give it to him.
Agree.
Okay. So the next matchup is J.K. Dobbins or Monongai's teammate DeAndre Swift.
Ooh. Like the stats are gonna say Swift. Swift is just an interesting player. Like he's always been someone like the stats guy or like the film guys like they don't like because he lacks the bet like great vision. He'll make dumb decisions with the ball. But he is a very elusive back and he's somebody who has been a decent starter for, better like half a decade at this point. And that can't go unnoticed. I mean, he's 7 yards away from 1,000 yard season this year. The counting stats are better than Dobbins, but again, Dobbins has missed some time. I'm fine giving this to Swift.
I think if you put Dobbins in that offense behind that offensive line, Ben
Mm.
Johnson, I think Dobbins is just a better back. I think he's
Yeah,
gonna have a better see. Again, the injuries really hurt him. I would lean Dobbins, but if you're dead set on Swift, Grud,
nah,
we can go
I
Swift.
think you're right. I think I'll go with Dobbins. Again,
Pete,
if we're not talking about injuries.
this is your guy Dobbins, Pete,
Yeah.
rising up the ladder.
Yeah, I love Dobbins. And so the next matchup, J.K. Dobbins or K9, Kenneth Walker.
Dude, K9's so
Walker.
good. They just completely underutilize this guy because they have freaking Zach Charbonnet as like this complimentary back, but instead of he like rushes the same amount of time. I don't know.
He eats the touches, man. Too
Yeah,
many of
I
them.
I think K9 is a probably just I think he's like a better back. I think he's kind of like a David Montgomery type where he's just like, dude, this guy's awesome. He's like built. He can do all these
He's
things,
quick
but he's
though.
just underutilized.
Yeah, he's a lot faster than Demont.
Yeah. I
Monty's
would
fast in his own right.
I would go with Walker for sure. I think Walker is definitely underrated. He's having a great season this year. Had a great game in that Rams game we
Yes.
talked about. Yeah, nearly 5 yards of carry. The all line isn't great there from what I know. So I'm fine giving this to Big K9.
All right, give it to K9, best team in the league.
Okay. I want you guys to speed up. You guys are taking too long.
Okay.
The next matchup is K9 or Travis Etienne.
K9.
K9.
That was a little too quick for my liking.
See,
K9 or Rico Dowdle.
K9, man. Rico's too old.
Are
Is he
we talking
even
about
that
age
old?
though?
He's
I
he's
don't
like a
even
year
know.
older. He's like a year
Rico
older than
Yeah.
Rico
me.
has
Maybe
cooled
two.
down in recent weeks, but I mean Rico, he's over 1,000 yards this season. Yeah.
Dude, I
Same
feel like
yards
Rico's a
per
flash in
carry.
the pan, man. Dude, he's been amazing, but like before this season, Rico was kind of like
He had
a
a
I don't want to say
thousand
I
last
mean
nobody.
year.
Rico's
He had
been
1,000
pretty
last year.
He had 1,000 last year with the
yeah with the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. He's
Wow,
been
I
pretty
didn't
bad
realize
the
that.
last 6 weeks and he only had 9 carries this past week. I think Chuba's starting to eat up those touches again. Yeah, I would give it to K9. He had an awesome few weeks when he was like when Chuba was injured. He had like that 200-yard game, but I think Kenneth is the more consistent player and probably better.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenneth Walker or Josh Jacobs?
Josh
Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Josh
Guy's
Jacobs.
insane.
Easy.
Okay. Next matchup, Josh Jacobs or Kyron Williams?
Josh Jacobs.
I would go Jacobs, yeah.
Kyron's
Interesting.
been great, but
He's good, but he's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think Jacobs is a more elite player. Like Williams is kind of a system guy from what I know. To some
and
extent. Like,
the almost the entire Green Bay offense is Josh Jacobs.
yeah.
Like that's Green Bay is Josh Jacobs.
He's just a workhorse and his yards per carry hasn't been great ever in his career, but he's just a guy who can eat up touches. He can do well in both the receiving and rushing game. He's a beast. There's a reason he got paid in free agency a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Okay. So Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon. No, come on.
bro.
I don't like
I
Saquon. You know that, but like,
dude,
bro,
Saquon has kind of sucked this year.
he is not. Like
His last week he
He-
had like 125
he's
carries.
not he's
yeah,
picked it
yeah.
up in
Like
recent weeks.
I don't know,
He's
man. Like
still
some
having a
week,
better season than Jacobs. If not, they're equal.
I would
Yeah.
rather have Josh Jacobs. I think
Bro, Saquon is one
at
year
this
removed
point,
from 2K.
I think you're
dude.
kind of
And don't get me wrong, I completely agree. But
Yeah, you
I
agree
guess
that he
we
had 2,000 because he did.
no. Like I think if it was like coming off of last year, then obviously,
Oh, yeah.
like,
I mean,
yeah, I guess we could go Saquon. I don't know. You know what it is just the inconsistency of this Eagles offense has just really gotten to me, where it's just so frustrating. I'm not an Eagles fan, but it's just so frustrating to see so many great players. And some weeks it'll be like Saquon will have like 21 carries for like 42 yards or something like that, and it's
yeah.
like, come on, dude, like. That's not elite, but I think you're right. I think Saquon, you got to pay homage to how amazing he has been for so long and the
Mhm.
2K he had last year.
Yeah. Like, it's close this year, but I think when you fact, and to be fair, Jacobs has had seasons like he had one season that wasn't quite last year's Saquon, but it also wasn't
It
like
was
that
good.
far off. He
he's the
just didn't
leading
get the
rusher in the
flashy
NFL.
2K. Yeah, he got 2K scrimmage yards, just not rushing specifically. Anyway, we'll go Saquon.
Yeah,
Okay. Next matchup, Saquon or King Henry?
Henry's in, I
I
mean, he had a
love the
great night
king,
last night, two
and he's
tugs.
been pretty solid in recent weeks, dude. Just the fumble problems, man.
Yeah,
Like all that guy does is
4 fumbles
fumble.
this year. Lost. Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, I think the stats will probably favor Derrick Henry. Yeah, by a pretty wide margin.
This season?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Henry's 200
definitely.
more yards, almost a yard more to carry. I will take King Henry. And it's
Yeah,
a lot of
because
that's without Lamar.
Saquon was better than him last year, but that's really the only year in either their careers that like Saquon's had the better season. Like
And
Henry
King
has
Henry still
been
had 1,900
I
last
was gonna
year.
say he almost what do you have like 1983 or some shit like that? Some
Yeah.
1921,
ridiculous.
and he had more
Oh,
tugs
okay.
than Saquon too.
Yeah, and he averaged almost six a carry. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're similar careers, but Henry's just been better. So yeah, we'll go with him.
Okay. King Henry or Devon Achan?
Dude, Devon Achan's been amazing. He's been
Achan's been
so good.
very good. Yeah, dude.
I might go
Five
Achan
point
because of vibes, man.
5.8 a carry this year. A little more yards, and he's been such a beast in the receiving game. Henry had his time, but give me Devon Achan.
You got Kieran, you agree?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Devon Achan just decided he might be the fastest player I've ever seen in the NFL.
Oh,
He's
he's a
Dude,
so
he's so
quick.
good.
Just with the
Yeah.
ball
pro
in his
running
hand, it's
back too.
insane. Yeah. Devon Achan or Bijan Robinson?
Bijan,
Gotta go Bijan. Gotta
blowjob.
go Bijan. Guy's great. Blowjob
Yeah.
Robinson.
What a beast that guy is. He's electric. On this PS5, he's the greatest running back of all time, and I hope he can reach that level in the real world. But yeah, no, he's such a beast.
I agree. Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs, two young guys.
Dude, I
Bijan.
love Jahmyr Gibbs, man.
It's like it's close. They're both incredible, but I don't
Yeah.
know, dude. I think Bijan doesn't have games like 7 for 2.
7 for 2. I know. I just like
Like
this last week. I have to be a homer though, man. I'm a Lions fan. I got to
I
go
get
Joe
it. Yeah.
Gibbs. Yeah. Pete, who are you? You're our deciding factor, Pete.
For what Gruddy said, I'll go Bijan because
Yeah.
that was pretty
I think probably
crazy.
as a running back, I think Bijan's better. Like as a pure runner and all that too. I just
I
and that's not to
guess, but
say
Well, he's
Bijan
also
is
got
an amazing pass
770
catcher.
receiving yards.
That's what I'm saying. No, like these are two of the best like players in the league, like offensive players all around. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying like because Jahmyr Gibbs is like they're two of the best pass catching running backs, like receiving
yeah,
running backs. But I just think in the sense of like if you say they're equal in the passing game, right, as the top two, then there's got to be some way to discern them. And I think as a pure rusher, Bijan is better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going Gibbs.
it's very close. So both of them are very elite.
Yeah.
In the next matchup, the second to last one, Bijan and CMC.
Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan. Shout out CMC though. He's all he does
He's
is
Shout out
catch the
CMC.
ball. He's like a
he's
receiver out there.
low key just like a volume merchant, like 3.6 yards a carry this year. He's gonna get his second career. Well, he might. Oh no,
1K,
yeah,
1K.
yeah. 3 games left. He's at 820 receiving yards. He needs 60 per game. He's averaging
He'll
58,
get that.
so there's a good chance he gets a 1K year, which is insane. And he's like,
Yeah.
it feels weird saying like CMC is, but like it's like he plays. He's such a wild card with injuries, and I think I think at this point Bijan's probably a better player. McCaffrey is 29 years old. Like for a running back that's like 46, or like 36, maybe not 46.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree.
Is that
Okay.
it?
And for the king of the hill, the last matchup, Bijan Robinson and Jonathan Taylor.
Bijan. JT is slowed down, man.
Yeah. I'd say for the impact that Bijan brings in the receiving game, give me him. But as a rusher, there's not many who have done it as consistently as Jonathan Taylor. Like he is the active leader in yards per game. Like anyone in the NFL, he is the most rushing yards per game for his career. But at the same time, he's played with an elite Colts O line for a lot of his career. Yeah, I'd say Bijan.
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
not to take away, like you said, Grud. The guy's he might be the second best running back in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, no,
Jonathan
it's
Taylor. Like he's been
MVP
that
talks
good.
for a bit this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just fallen off. And I think that's like it's a testament. It's like he's fallen off. He's had, without Daniel Jones, he's kind of not been amazing. And even with Daniel Jones, he was tapering off
Hmm.
in recent weeks. And then you look at the quarterbacks that Bijan's had, and it's like, all right, dude, like he's playing with Kirk Cousins and Michael
Yeah.
Penix. Not saying that they're backups,
They're
but
not Philip Rivers, but
they're
they're
not Philip Rivers exactly, but they're
they're
not
not
great.
great.
Yeah.
So does that
Yeah, so
mean
Bijan Robinson is the king of the hill in the
that's like
running back department.
best running back in the league? Yeah. I mean, I think we've
I
kind
guess,
of
yeah. I mean, I kept out a couple names, but I think he is the best running
Yeah.
back in the league.
yeah. I mean, I can't think of any like
Well,
huge
James Cook
names.
would, I didn't put
Oh,
James
James
Cook in.
Cook. Yeah,
That's your
but
guy, Pete.
I
That's
would
your
still go
guy.
Bijan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James Cook's probably top five running back though.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
awesome. He overtook Taylor for the most yards this past week.
Taylor might get that back tonight.
Oh
He
wait,
needs like
I forgot they
100.
didn't play yet. Yeah, that's right.
Pete,
He
you
probably
scared me
will.
yesterday. James Cook scared me in our dynasty matchup.
Always does. He's
You
a
guys played each
Yeah.
other?
good
We
old
played each
player.
other.
Yeah.
So Pete, for context, Pete beat me in the dynasty championship last year, and this year we're playing in the playoffs. And I was projected like 150, and he was projected 130 maybe. And then Rasheed Rice is out. And then I played like I have so many guys injured on my bench. I played the Aldrick Estime, who was like running back one on the Saints. He had like 6 points, and I was projected like 111 with just Bijan and Jameer to go basically because
Oh,
I had both of
And
them.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, and Derrick Henry. Oh yeah, so I
yeah.
had like
Yeah.
my three big hitter running backs, and they pulled out. I ended up with I think 130, and Pete was like 120 something. One
Are
point.
you guys
Not
done?
even.
Nothing with
Yeah,
Monday
it's
Night Football.
done.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Who are you
I'm
playing
moving
in the
on to the
finals?
finals. I think either
Avi.
Avi or it's probably gonna be
It's
Avi.
Avi.
Well, Pete Bailey's got one. I mean, Bailey's only got 111. Avi's projected like 120 maybe.
He's
Friend of
got
the pod.
JT and
Av
McCaffrey.
could have been on tonight, but he's doing some Christmas shopping.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, yeah. I
Shout
mean,
out
he's got
$8.
JT and CMC, but I don't know, dude. I kind of do want Avi to win because there's a chance he has Mariota and before they had Mahomes. So there's a chance like he's gonna have to play like an injured Mariota or like
Oh
Joe
yeah.
Flacco.
Yeah.
So it might work out for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, does
So
that wrap it up for NFL? You want to get into some quick NBA work?
yeah, that wraps it up for the NFL. Do you guys want to? I could do a quick mini game to
Pete,
just move us in.
Rocket Man, what was that?
So for the NBA, I have a keep three, cut five NBA second overall picks since the year 2000.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
They're
little
not very good.
interesting.
That's not a very good category. There was a curse
Okay,
with the second pick for a little while.
okay. And the first name up is Ja Morant.
I feel like you got to keep. I
dude,
know.
it's keep three. Since the year 2000, Grud, that's 24 names.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of busts at number two.
Yeah, there have.
Like
But you got to think,
Hashim Thabit, Darko Milicic,
yeah, but you got to think KD is going to be one of them, obviously.
KD. That's
Um,
right.
who was number two in 2003? Was that Wade?
No, Darko.
Oh, that was
He was the
Darko. Holy
one in that
shit.
top
That
five who was
was,
ass. It was
oh my God.
Bron, Wade, Mello, and Bosch, and then it was him at number two.
Holy.
Yeah.
Speed it up.
Either was like Marcus Gasol the number two pick at one point?
I don't Marcus Gasol was
I don't
like
know.
he
He was
wasn't
a second
he
rounder. He
was
was like 30
yeah,
something,
because
40
he was a
something.
throw-in in the Pau Gasol to Memphis trade. And then he became like a great
The
player for
Gasol in
Memphis.
Memphis.
I
All
think
right,
we
so
should
sorry.
keep Ja.
All right, I'm with you then. Let's keep him.
You guys chose to keep Ja Morant. The second name is the center Tyson Chandler.
That's
Ooh,
tough.
big Tyson Chandler. I think we got to cut him. I respect former Nick defensive
Yeah.
player. The guy was great. Won
Former
a championship.
DPOY.
Yeah, it was amazing.
DPOY and oh no, that was Marc Gasol who was DPOY but all defense second team.
Yeah,
Love to see that. It might have been Chandler who got first team over him.
in that year it could have been or
Yeah.
Dwight. It was either like Chandler or Dwight or something like that.
Yeah. Weird center stuff. But yeah, we'll cut Tyson Chandler, unfortunately.
Okay.
Shout out.
Next name up, Victor Oladipo, the high flyer.
Wow.
Just
I think you
too
got. I think
short,
Chandler's career is better.
too short of a career, like, or too short of a prime, rather. Like, this is like all time, I assume. We can factor in like their peak, obviously, but like, yeah, he really only had 2 seasons where he was an all-star, and the rest were whatever. It's unfortunate, but I think we gotta cut him.
Yeah, I'm a crud.
Okay. Victor Oladipo. The next second overall pick, Brandon Ingram. Who's the
Ooh,
Ooh,
Laker?
BI,
low key.
dude.
It's tough to give yourself one name with 4 names to go, but BI has been, I mean, he only made one All-Star team though. Like
Yeah,
since that year,
I would rather Tyson Chandler.
yeah, low key on a career level.
Yeah. Tyson
Yeah,
Chandler was on that championship team. He was anchoring that
yeah.
defense player. He has better
But
accolades.
we can't go back though. We can only think about the
Yeah.
future. So
I think we'll get two names better than Brandon Ingram in the last
you
four.
think so? All
I
right.
think so.
Okay. And if not, like they'll be similar enough.
Yeah.
I'm willing to roll the dice.
Okay. Got Brandon Ingram. Your next name up is the champion, Chet Holmgren.
Yeah. Let's keep Chet.
Let's keep Chet.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, wait.
it's
Is Blake Griffin a number two overall? I'm trying to
no
think like
number one. Number one.
That's the one.
there's like one number two overall pick that I can't remember right now, but it's like in the '09 draft or something
Oh, nine.
or '08 draft. I feel like there's a number
Aldridge
two
number two?
overall pick.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Aldridge might have been number two at one point. Like I would rather have Aldridge.
But I don't.
I don't know if he was a
But
number.
I
I
don't
don't
know for
exactly know if he was a number
sure.
two pick.
I think he was though. I think he got drafted by the Bulls and like traded. Shit.
That's why this is tough because, dude, Chet is, I mean, and if you project, like, there's some
Yeah,
projecting with
exactly.
Chet.
It's kind of unfair to be like Chet's not better because he's like through 3 years and he's been really good in those 3 years.
Yeah.
I think
Because Chet could
I
have an Aldridge type career.
yeah, I think we should look at it like how the pick, like how good the pick was, and I think people would agree Chet was a really good pick because he's just been so good. I think it would be kind of irresponsible to not keep him, but because especially because I don't know in certainty if Aldridge is number two. He could have been, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no other
I'm with you there. I'll do
big
Chet.
hitters
I'll
that
keep
come to
Chet.
mind. All right, keep Chet.
We're keeping Chet Holmgren, and your next name is Jabari Parker.
Cut.
What could
I
have
mean,
been? What could have
Could
been,
have been,
man?
but you're cutting him
Yeah.
yes.
without any thought.
Don't need to deliberate much.
And the next name is Kevin Durant.
Keep.
Yeah, you got to
Keep.
keep KD, man.
Well, I
All
It's your
mean,
timer.
last, your last keep. You keep Kevin Durant,
Wait, cut.
and so uh,
Oh,
you you cut Kevin Durant,
oh.
or you keep him.
I thought you said the next guy was our last keep. I was like, Pete, we've already got three, dude.
No,
can't
no.
win a ring.
And so in this edition
You
of
messed
Keep Three,
up.
Cut Five, NBA second overall picks since the year 2000, you guys kept John Morant, you cut Tyson Chandler, cut Victor Oladipo, cut Brandon Ingram, you kept Chet Holmgren, you cut Jabari Parker, you kept KD with your last keep, and the final name that you guys cut in this edition of Keep Three, Cut Five was LaMarcus Aldridge.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, LaMarcus over Ja or Chet is probably the right decision. I mean,
yeah.
you guys know with your iconic LaMarcus Aldridge shirts, this guy was a baller. All right.
One of my favorites of
Five-time
all
All
time, man. I
NBA.
love that guy.
Great with the Blazers, great with the Spurs. Yeah, that's a tough one, but we got three good players. It's not like I would have been pissed if we picked Brandon Ingram. Like I'm happy I got
Yeah.
talked out of that one.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I would have liked, I think maybe John Morant back because Morant's
Yeah.
kind of like, he's kind of dug himself such a hole now where it's like,
It's
damn,
just
dude,
tough to cut that first guy.
Yeah, because you never know what's coming after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey,
I
Pete,
think
good
it was a
list,
good
man. Good
list
list.
overall, though.
Yeah,
You
I
Yeah,
guys
was a
did
huge
well.
fan.
good
Thank
good
you.
game. Good
Well,
game for sure. Got us
I've got
thinking.
a quick one that the people love.
The
And by the people,
people.
I mean you guys. Um, that's gonna hopefully lead us into our next segment. We've got a game of initials, boys.
Oh yeah.
Uh, NBA initials. I don't remember your guys' scores to be honest with you,
He
but I
probably
I don't
does.
think
either.
I think. Oh, I have it written down somewhere. I think it's on our last document, but I think Pete's got like
I'm gonna look at it.
five and
I gotta
Grod's
be
got
out.
three, four, or something like that.
Yeah,
Pull
Pete
this
Pete
up. Jimmy,
five,
pull
me
this up.
four, row three.
Okay.
Damn.
NBA
I went
initials.
cold.
Pete's got five. Grud's got four. First, if you get three strikes, every strike is a wrong guess. You're out. The first initial is GT. Peter, since you are our leader, you get to start.
Um, this guy ever play in the Eastern Conference?
Peter, this guy has played in the Eastern Conference. Grud, you're up.
Garrett Temple.
Grud, the 39-year-old Garrett Temple. Great player, man. I don't know how he's still in the league. That's going to be your first strike. It is not Garrett
Damn.
Temple, although he has played in the East, Garrett Temple.
All right.
Pete?
Probably many times. Still is.
Few
Yeah.
times.
Hmm. Wow, I got nothing going on upstairs right now.
You can ask questions.
I'm gonna say, did this guy also play in the West?
Peter, this guy has also played in the West. So he's
Nice,
played for
nice.
both conferences. Grud?
Just surviving here, just surviving.
Current player?
Grud. That's your first strike only. Yours good. He is a current
Oh,
player.
okay.
I didn't know how to say that well, Pete.
Um, Does he currently play in the East?
Peter, he does currently play in the East. Grud.
I get a feeling this is one with a trick up your sleeve after last time. Is it Gary Trent Hold the Jr.?
Grud. It is Gary Trent Holden Jr.
Ow,
You
ow,
tie Peter up.
ow!
This is
I
your
hate this
fifth
game.
win.
This is my
And
least favorite
also,
game we do.
real quick, this is I also want you guys to think of you're thinking of all these five names. I want you there's a theme in these five initials. So put them together. Whoever gets that at the end of it all will get a point or whatever. All right. NBA initials, part two. Grutz tied it up with Pete 5-5. Grutz, since you won the last round, you get our first guess. Grud, your initials are PD, and that is not for P. Diddy.
Pacome Dadier?
Are you kidding me, dude? That's what I was gonna guess. God damn it.
What was he, number 18 overall? Pacome Dadier! Grud at number
I
6.
think it was 25 or something.
Just so unfair.
Pete, you get to
Wizards.
start us off for this next one.
Oh, nice, nice.
Grud's at NBA initials. Grud's at 6. Pete's at 5. Peter, your initials are CR.
Um, this guy, is he a current player?
Peter, this guy is not a current player. Grud,
Cliff Robinson.
Cliff Robinson, although Peter and I did meet him at the NBA Hall of Fame when we were younger,
Hmm.
is not the player.
Rest in
Pete?
peace.
Yeah, RIP. Pete, we need some sort of. You can't
Um,
just stare up into
is
space.
it is this guy? This guy was not a point guard.
Peter, you're absolutely right. This guy was not a point guard. Grud, you're
Okay.
Is he 6'8" or taller?
Brendan. That is a great question. I don't believe he's 6'8" or taller. Um, unless he's like freakishly tall. He's not 6'8" or taller. Okay, I thought so. Grud, that is your second strike.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Peter?
Um, was this guy's career 8 years or longer?
Peter, that is your second strike. His career was not 8 years or longer. Grud?
Oh, man.
Each of you at two strikes, not a current player. Career was not 8 years or longer, not a point guard, and not 6'8" or above.
Man. Did they play in the 2010s?
Now, is the question majority of career or at all?
Majority of career.
Grud.
No.
I shouldn't have asked. I'm sorry.
No.
That is your third strike. He did not play the majority of his career in the 2010s.
He's not getting it. It's all right.
Pete?
Is this guy male?
Yo, Pete. Yeah, absolutely. This
He's a
guy
male.
is a male.
Brittany Griner.
You have one strike to play with. If you both get three strikes, you will get the unheard of fourth strike where I give you a hint. Um,
Really?
yeah, just so that we can keep it going.
Did this guy go to college?
Peter, this guy did go to college. The initials are CR for those at home wondering because this has taken so long.
Um, is this guy African American?
Peter, he is African American.
Is his last name Robinson?
Peter, that is your third strike. All right,
Third?
for the bonus round, you each get
Yeah,
one
that's my thing.
more. Okay? Last name's not Robinson. He is not a current NBA player because he is currently not on an NBA roster, meaning he's still of
Oh,
an age to play in the NBA, but He's just not good enough.
Oh, wait.
Um, so that is your clue, Grud. You get, or I actually don't know how to
That's
start
Pete
this,
ground.
but
should
yeah,
get it. Pete should get
yeah,
it. Pete should get it.
just because he was the last one to get strikes.
Okay. Um,
Unless so you want to defer to Grud.
no, 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 no. Why would I? Did this guy play for three or less teams?
I don't know. I was even looking, man. Peter,
Come on. Dang it.
you are out, my friend. He did not play for three or less teams. I don't know why it took me so long to check that. I knew he didn't, but
Wait for four. Okay.
yep,
CR. So this is someone who played recently.
yep.
Man. Um, I'm sorry. I guess I'll ask a question then. Did this person have a season shooting above 38% from three?
Excuse me.
Grud, very good question. His best season from three, 1.7 three-pointers attempted, 1.7 three-pointers made, 4.5 attempted, shooting 37.9%. Grud, that is a wrong guess. The player, for those back home, CR, Cam Reddish.
Oh my God.
Big.
Damn.
I was surprised you guys
That's
didn't
a
get that one, man.
layup, bro.
I
Yeah.
bet you Roe would have got it.
Bro, that Rowan again. That's
That's one
Rona.
where Rowe would
It's a
swoop
Roe
in.
name.
He'd probably get it on
Yeah.
the first try.
Oh, yeah. He would. Oh, Cam Reddish, guys.
I got a
Damn.
name
Um,
going on here.
so you guys are still 5-5, right?
Yeah.
All
Wait,
right.
he did
NBA initials
play for the Hawks, Knicks, Lakers.
and Trailblazers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's where he averaged like 11 a game. It was like it was so
Yeah.
weird. NBA initials. Grud's at 5. Pete's at 5. Grud, you'll start us off because Pete started off the last one. Your initials are LJ.
Hold on, I'm at six, not five.
You're at
No,
6.
no, you're a
No,
five.
I think you were at 4 right before.
Yeah.
I
You were a
had the
four
score.
before this. We've played two games.
Yeah. Oh no, we played 3, Pete.
Yeah,
We
I
got
got two. I
Gary
got
Trent and
Pacome
Pacome
Daddier and
Daddier.
I got the
Yeah,
last one.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Grud's at 6. NBA initials. Grud's at 6. Pete's at 5. Grud, your initials LJ.
Like I mean, wait, all right. You said there was a theme tying all these guys, but I'm not really noticing them. Are they all who's the first name?
Gary Trent Jr.
Six,
Holden Jr.
seven.
though.
LeBron James.
Brennan. LeBron is absolutely correct. That's your seventh win. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. I thought an obvious name like that would throw you guys off, but it absolutely didn't.
I mean,
Um, and the last name on this list, Pete, you're starting us off. NBA initials. Brud has pulled away to 7 wins. Pete at 5. Peter, the initials are KT.
I have no words. LeBron didn't even come to my mind. I thought it was Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson, the most
Grandmama.
That
average
that that really
pick,
pissed me
first
off.
overall pick ever.
I'm angry now, dude.
That it was LeBron.
Yeah, KT,
Mm-hmm.
nothing matters anymore. Um, thinking of the NFL returner, Cavante Turpin.
Not him.
No, is this guy a current player?
Peter, absolutely. Grud?
Clay Thompson.
Grud, great guess. That will be an X, though. Pete, you're back up. Don't just nod.
What do you mean? Um, this guy playing the Eastern Conference.
Peter, he does play in the Eastern Conference. No strikes for you, Grud.
KT in the Eastern Conference. Have they been in the league for 5+ years?
Grud, absolutely. Great guess. Peter, you're back up.
Is this guy a forward or a center? Or is he
Peter,
not a guard?
your streak is alive. No X's. He is a forward or a center. Correct?
Nice.
Um, okay, been in the league 5+ years. Forward or center. Current player in the Eastern Conference. Um, are they a center?
Good. Absolutely. He is a
Okay.
center. Peter,
Okay,
you're
I gotta
up.
lock in.
Does he play in the Knicks division?
What's it called?
Peter, he,
Atlantic.
Peter, he does play in the Knicks Atlantic Division. Correct?
I
Okay.
was gonna know.
I actually kind of don't. KT? Yeah, KT.
KT.
I mean, this is like I should just get this here. I think we've got plenty of stuff to narrow it down, but not many names coming to my mind at all.
Zero, to be quite honest for me.
Zero. Centers in the Atlantic Division right now with the initials KT. Like this the Celtics have a bunch of centers who aren't very good. The Knicks, I feel like after
Yo,
all that,
Oh my gosh, I swear if that's it, I'm gonna be pissed. That's three
uh,
names. That can't count.
no,
Carl
it's Carl Dash
hyphen
Anthony Towns.
Anthony Towns.
Sometimes went by Carl Towns back in the day. Dude, gross
No, he
face when he
never
got it
did.
killed
He
me.
never
He
did.
did. They call him Carl
No, he
Towns
didn't.
sometimes. They call him Carl Towns sometimes.
Oh my gosh, that's
Carl Anthony.
ridiculous. His name's Carl Anthony Towns. He has three names. He has two last names.
Gary
If anything,
Trent
it's
Big
Carl
Junior.
Anthony. That's
No, it's not. If you
ridiculous.
look, Peter, look at Sports Reference. It's Carl Dash Anthony Towns, the
Yeah.
big bodega.
Well, to be fair, we do
Oh my.
usually put the
We do say cat. It'd just be
hyphen.
so easy if it was cat. Also, if you could have put together the category before this, you would have. It kind of would have made sense.
Can I? Well, there's
You guys
two.
want the names to try and figure out the
It's
category?
it's names to piss Peter off.
Despite that being the second
Gary
category, that wasn't the main part of the category. Your names are Gary
Dottier.
Trent, Pacome Dadier,
It's
Cam
something to do with
Reddish,
three-pointers.
LeBron James, and Carl Anthony Towns.
Is this something to do with threes? I don't think
Absolutely not.
so.
Pete
I have
Dadier
no
like doesn't
idea.
play.
I
You
have
got
no
Who's
what do
idea.
all those what can all of those names have in common? They're all players that have played recently.
are they
I have
all
no idea.
consonants?
They're not all consonants. I'll say this. Try and think of the teams those guys have played for.
Knicks,
Have they all been on either the
Lakers.
Lakers or the Knicks?
Yes, but Gary Trent hasn't.
Yeah, Gary Trent. Lakers, Knicks.
They've played in both the East and the West. Wait, Dottie hasn't. Never mind.
Dadier
Oh,
hasn't.
have they played in both LA or New York?
Nope.
Dottie has only played for the Knicks.
No, or New
They
York.
all damn
I
it.
didn't
What?
know if Trent was on the Clippers ever.
Yeah, I think it was no. I'm thinking of Alan Crabb.
Powell.
He was in the
Oh,
Nets.
never mind. Yeah, shit.
Well, I mean, God, what's a big topic we wanted to talk about on the show
The Warriors.
The
outside of the
Knicks.
Warriors? And why were we going to
Winnings.
talk about the Knicks?
Oh, NBA Cup champions.
These are all NBA Cup champions. Every single one of these players was on an
Sir,
NBA Cup
baby.
championship winning team.
Mhm.
LeBron and Cam Reddish were on the same team. Gary Trent was on that Milwaukee team. And then this year was Pacome Dadier and Carl Towns on the Knicks.
I should have
Carl
looked up
Towns,
on
yeah.
that.
Um,
Carl Towns.
I mean, that leads, Perfectly. Segue. I really thought you guys were going to have it. I thought me saying that they were all part of the same category kind of gave it away, but I'm glad it didn't. What a
Yeah,
game. I mean, Knicks down 10 at one point. Wemby, coming off the bench. Luke Cornett had an amazing game. If not for
great
Mitchell
player.
Robinson, he would be, the heralded as the reason they won. Mitch with 10 offensive rebounds out of his 15. Brunson was great, but I mean the real guy offensively for the Knicks was OG Anunoby. Guy's awesome. Tyler Kolek off the bench was huge. It was just an amazing game for the Knicks. Cat was kind of quiet. Sorry, KT was kind of quiet, but yeah, it was just an overall great win for the Knicks. Not hanging the banner, which I thought was odd because the other two teams have, despite them being, like the Lakers and the Bucks have both won championships in the past 5 years. So you
Yeah.
wonder maybe if the Knicks are like, man, let's win a championship first, then we'll raise it. I don't know, but
It
but
could
really
be an
big win for the
MSG
Knicks.
thing because MSG is like, they
World's
had
most
hung a
famous
banner for
arena.
Harry Styles. There maybe they were like, we can't save that. Like we gotta save space, bro. Like you're not putting up NBA Cup champions. I don't know. I thought if it's for like, oh, we want bigger than that. Like that's just kind of corny because I think the like we want the NBA Cup to be taken kind of seriously. Like
Yes.
it's not talked about after it happens really. Like it's not like, oh, Brunson has an NBA Cup MVP to his name. Like no one really mentions that, but I think it's nice that it's kind of becoming a mainstay in the NBA. It seems like people like it. It's a fun thing to follow early in the season. I used to not like the placement being right at the start, but I think it makes sense now. Um, because it just, you know, the final could be like a segue from football to basketball for some people as the NFL season winds down, as some fans tend to do. But yeah, I thought that was a great game. OG, phenomenal performance. Mitch, as you said, so great. And Wemby playing through some tough family news, I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grandma
So,
passing.
great for him to play through that adversity and do well in his minutes restriction. Yeah, it's just a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with all that. It was nice to see some periphery pieces on the Knicks play well. Tyler Kolek really came into his own this game. Has been playing well lately.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see Deuce McBride didn't play in this game. So it's
Neither
nice to
is
see another
Shamit.
guard off. Yeah, it's nice to see another guard on this team be
Yeah.
able to produce off the bench for us. I like how the Knicks are playing right now. They're looking like one of, if not the best team in the East.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8-1 in their last nine. I think they're fifth in the league in net rating, um, which is just offensive minus defensive rating, but fourth in the league, sorry. 7.7. Yeah, like
That's
you said,
good.
Pete, they look great. They, in my opinion, are the best team in the East. The Pistons and the Celtics both look great. And I do think, Jason Tatum is coming back this season, or so it's been reported. So
Yeah.
the Celtics, without him, have been amazing. You wonder with him, with Jordan Walsh kind of coming out, how they're going to look. But yeah, the Knicks look great right now. They're resting Jalen Brunson tomorrow night for an injury, whatever.
Soft.
But but yeah, I mean, Knicks look good. If Mitch can stay healthy, that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah.
If Mitch and the rest of the Knicks can stay healthy, but that's kind of the big one right now is Mitch.
Yeah, I think the Knicks, they're not a perfect team. Their defense can leave a bit to be desired just because Brunson and Cat both aren't great defenders and they're got to be out there for offense. So, they're not they've got some flaws as a roster, but I think in this weak Eastern Conference, they're probably my favorites right now. The Pistons have had a great season, credit to them. They might finish as the one seed, but the Cavs have looked like booty. The Celtics could come back, but there's just some wild cards with Tatum's injury. Um, yeah, the Knicks are just a really solid team. They've built up their team beautifully over the last few years, and conference finals appearance last year. I think they can build on it even further and make the finals. Will they win? Probably not, but making it is good enough, and you never know. No one thought the Pacers would be in the finals, let alone take the Thunder to seven. So, yeah, I'm happy for you guys as Knicks fans. And speaking of OKC, two losses in the last week.
Yeah, man.
J-Dub,
That
some problems gelling him back into the lineup. Are you guys sounding the alarm bells at all or no?
No, I think this team wants to break the record, man. And they're
Yeah.
still so young. They're still so full of life. After winning the championship, I think they're still gunning for it. Anthony Edwards just looked like the best player on the court in that last game. He was
Phenomenal.
amazing. Like that last sequence where what he's pickpockets or he hit a three,
The
then he
three was
pickpocketed
awesome.
Shea. Like it was amazing. So yeah, I think there are going to be games like that where even the Spurs, I think the Spurs have a really good team as well, despite Wemby not playing so much in that game in the in-season tournament. Um, but yeah, I think they're still gunning for it. And those are two great teams that they lost to.
Yeah. Well, I'll ask to follow up. Do you guys think the record is still going to happen? They're 25-3 now. They're on pace to like tie it right now. Because if you multiply that by 3, that's 75-9, so like 73-9. What do you guys think about that? I think after two losses this early on, I probably wouldn't bet on it, but at the same time, J-Dub is coming back into the lineup. Who's to say once he, figures it out once again, they could just go on those ridiculous win streaks again. It's a fun thing to consider. What do you guys think? Yes or no?
Here you go.
Oh,
Needs
you
to
know, it's funny.
marinate.
I actually have a follow-up question after this. But I think that, like I said, like 5 seconds ago, I think they can. I think they're gunning for it. I think there's a chance that they break the record, but I think if they don't break the record, then they're gonna go like whatever they like 68-14, which is amazing
Yeah, like they'll
anyway. But
start
I do
resting
think,
guys earlier
yeah, I
than
think
they
they'll
would.
lose more games than like if they know they're not gonna break the record, they'd probably be like, hey, we'd rather go 67-15 than 72-10, you know?
Well, I think you have to consider that either way. I mean, I know that like the record is a big deal, but like a team that just won the championship, they know how important it is to like they know that's the main goal. The record's cool, but I think in today's day and age with sports, like they don't really care about that shit. Like we saw last year,
Yeah.
Saquon would have broken the rushing yards record, but they rested him in the last game because, needed a playoff run. They won the title. But I think that's always been part of the speculation. Like, are they going to win while resting guys? And I think they can still do it, even if they're resting their guys a lot down the stretch. Like, well, one, they want guys to meet like the 82 game requirement. And it's not like they're just not gonna play their guys for like a month. But like the last 2 weeks of the season, a lot of teams are resting guys. And unless they play a team who's like hungry to get seeding, they're not gonna face teams that are like way better than them. Like I think AJ Mitchell could take over a game and just be like 50% of what Shea gives them. And they're just so deep and they've got so many good defenders that like even if like four guys sit out, we've seen that this season. A lot of their guys have not been healthy for the whole year and yet they've been able to do it with a lot of lineups. So I'm gonna say I'm still gonna say no. I think they'll get like 70 or 71.
I'm with you, Brandon. I'll say no.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know because they've been pretty vocal about being hungry for that record. At least
Hmm.
SGA has as the kind of alpha of that team. I
Yeah, I
I
haven't
I,
seen
I
that.
just don't see them getting. I think if they know they're not breaking it, then I think they'll start resting guys more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do to your point, Brendan. Yeah, this team we saw Aaron Wiggins say basketball last year and drop like what was it 40 or 50? Was it 40? I think
Save
it was 40.
basketball.
Toward the
Yeah,
But
end.
he
40,
he hit
40,
a
40.
40. Isaiah Joe had a higher scoring output. Jay Will had
Yeah.
a couple
Jay
triple
Will's a
doubles down the
triple double
stretch.
machine when they're out.
Oh yeah, dude, I love that guy.
Pick him up in fantasy.
So yeah, I mean, right, fantasy is just gonna come down to you and me, I think this year, man. It's
It's me and you.
it's
It's a
already a
two horse
foregone
race.
conclusion, dude. Yeah,
Thanks to
scored
thanks
triple
to all
centuries like it's
the
nobody's business.
thanks to all the league mates who just gave Kieran Şengün and every other
Bro.
player.
Well,
That's
thanks
the
to the
only trade I
draft
made,
lottery who gave Kieran number one. Like they should have gave number one pick. The computer should have
bro.
given number one pick to someone who's like trash, like Pete or
Bro.
something. Like
Like Jimmy.
Jim actually, I think
Jimmy's usually good.
Jim
Never
had
saw.
Jokic, I think last year. But dude,
maybe.
I drafted what's his name? Tyrese Maxey in like the third round, and he's
Good
I think
pick.
the number 5 player in fantasy this year.
Yeah, I can't remember. I
So,
think I took LeBron over him, which LeBron's been getting better,
LeBron,
but I mean, Jalen Johnson's still the best pick in that draft, though. Late
bro.
third.
Wait, is he as good as Tyrese Maxey though?
He's number 4 in points per game in fantasy. Yeah.
Damn, so he's better than Tyrese Maxey.
Giannis has been injured.
Good thing I didn't take him. I mean, Wemby
R.I.P.
was
Pete.
injured
I'm
too.
sorry.
That's just the
Yeah.
depth, man.
Shout out
Wemby's
Yoke,
been
man.
injured.
Do you guys
Games.
want Jokic?
Do I?
Yeah.
No. I mean, we
I'll
can
give it
talk.
up.
You'd probably want like all my good players.
I'd
So
want like Wemby and Jalen Johnson probably.
yeah, get off
Makes
that.
no
I
sense.
do need. I need to like cash in some of my depth though. Like I got. I don't know. It is a good thing though with our sleeper lock in. It's like
Yeah.
because like not everyone's gonna have a good game that week, and so like because everyone on my team is capable of dropping 30, like I basically just have 30 down the whole board, and it's like
Oh,
guaranteed like 270, 280.
That's nice. That's nice.
that's cute.
Yeah.
My guys are guaranteed 15.
Well, speaking of getting rid of depth and kind of, moving on, trying to go all in for chips, what about these Warriors, man? They did it last year. They beat the Rockets as the 7 seed, beating the 2 seed in what was an amazing matchup, and then lost because
7
Curry got
games.
injured in the next round. But what's up with the Warriors now, man? They started off the season pretty solid, and age seems like it's catching up to them.
Yeah, they just don't have the depth that an elite team should. They've got some fun players. It seems like the Warriors the last few years, they've been getting some good labor out of their like late round picks. Like it was Trace Jackson Davis, like Guy Santos, Quentin
Yeah.
Post. They got Pat Spencer, who I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pat Spencer's story. The coolest story in the NBA.
Sick.
College lacrosse goat just decides to start hooping and is in the NBA now. Like awesome story for Pat Spencer. They also have another rookie, Will Richard, who he's kind of fallen out of the rotation a bit, but yeah, like
AirPods as well. You can't mention. You got to
yeah,
mention
well,
him. I
Pods
feel
was
like.
like a first round pick. Um, I don't know, man. They just don't have the best supporting cast around Curry, which like they went out and got Jimmy, and Jimmy's doing his thing, but they're an old ass roster, and like I feel like they're just looking for someone to like really break out. It looked like Kaminga was finally going to do that this year. He kind of has cooled off. Yeah, I think the real question is like, do you trade Curry? Like you're below 500 right now. I don't. You're not winning a championship. Do you trade Curry and try to get as many assets?
I don't think
No,
you can.
Yeah,
If you're
you
the
just
Warriors, you can.
you just can't.
can't.
But like,
Yeah,
do you think Curry would request?
I don't
Or do
think
you
Uh,
so.
think he's chill? Like, because it's not like he needs a ring. He has 4, but I would love to see Curry on a new team to end his career. Like, I don't really
it
give
would
a
be
fuck about
sick.
like
Really?
Knicks.
I
Get
don't
him on
really
the
care
Knicks,
about
man.
the whole like one team thing. Like, he'll always be remembered for being a warrior, but like, he's still top 10 player in the sport. Get him on a team where he can compete.
Maybe I'm old
Yeah,
school. Maybe I'm old
Imagine,
school.
imagine OKC got him.
dude. Because they
Like,
could. Like,
they
they
literally
easily could.
like that would, I mean, dude, like imagine like with I don't know, Curry's just such an interesting player because like the Warriors such a unique style of basketball. Like if you put him on a different team, it would just look totally different. Like they would have to change their whole system because Curry is just such a unique guy running around all these screens and stuff. Um,
And
but
they'd have to, that trade would be like I Heart and like
yeah, it
Isaiah
would
Joe. Like,
totally
it wouldn't
switch
even
up
be
their
that.
roster. OKC
Yeah.
wouldn't do that, but it's like I'm just imagining like
I feel like they would have to
imagine
put Jay Will in that for it to be possible.
With
you mean
J
J
Will
Dub?
or J Dub?
J Dub, sorry.
Yeah.
J Will.
Well, with how they've kind of been worse with him this season, so
Uh,
imagine, yeah, imagine they did that and like it was like Steph for J Dub just straight up. And like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
it
think
would
they
be
would
straight
do
up.
that. Like it's just kind of a weird trade. I don't
I
think
think they'd
the
rather
Thunder
trade
aren't
up.
going to make any of those moves, but it doesn't have to be the Thunder. Like
Yeah.
I don't really see him fitting in with the Knicks that well. Like just teams that already have a star guard. Um
What about the Nuggets? Him and Jokic?
Oh my God, dude. Imagine
That would be
like
poetry.
How many
because
screens would that team set?
Murray basically like kind of plays like Curry alongside
Yeah.
Jokic. Like just imagine it was like actually Curry. Or
Dude, that'd be insane.
imagine this. They kept Murray. I don't know how they would do this. They kept Murray, somehow got Curry,
I don't know how to-
and
Yeah,
like
then like
Curry
have to
just
trade
became like
Yoke.
mini MPJ, bro.
Oh my gosh.
But
Never swing the rock.
Curry putting up like
yeah, he's kind
15
of swinging
threes
the
a
rock this
game.
year.
What
That
about
would be
like him on
sick.
the Hawks?
Him and Trey.
No, they'd
No,
have
they
to
would
trade
trade
Trey
Trey
Young.
for him.
I don't think anyone's touching Trey with a 10-foot pole right now,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I would love is
He's kind of
Steph
fries.
and Wemby. Like Steph on
Oh
that
my
Spurs team,
Mm.
God,
dude.
dude. Oh
That would be amazing.
yeah, low
Just trade
key,
De'Aaron
just
Fox.
flip Fox. Yeah, fuck it,
Yeah.
dude.
Because the Spurs still have like a solid amount of picks.
Yeah,
Like
I
Fox and
mean,
Dylan Harper.
and Dylan Harper.
Well, I don't know,
I'm
man.
not
I'm
giving
just
You
up
throwing out a
both.
can't move
hypothetical.
I'm
Harper.
not betting. I'm not doing both those guys for 38-year-old Curry.
I'm
Like,
throwing out a hypothetical, man.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but
I
anyway,
have one. Yeah, I have
oh
one more
what?
question actually. Back
Yeah.
to the before we end, back to the OKC stuff. If the Thunder don't break the wins record, right? Let's say they end with 68 wins, 14 losses again, right?
Hmm.
Does SGA win the MVP or does Jokic finally get his get? Because is that
What do
even
you
his
mean?
get back from
Finally,
last
he has
year?
three.
No, his get back from last year.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
in the sense of like he averaged a triple double as a center. He's having this amazing year again, and they might be the 2 seed, right? Or the 3 seed, whatever. Do the people give it to Jokic because like OKC doesn't break the record and the stats are just too much?
I mean, I think yeah. I don't want to get into such a heated debate again because Jokic is incredible. I'm not gonna be framed as someone who hates Jokic. The last
Yeah.
debate was stupid. I think you're kind of framing it as like Jokic has like so much better stats than Shea, and it's only because of wins that he got it last year. And like I agree, if their records are equal, Jokic gets the tie. But like yes, Jokic has the better counting stats. I think SGA's impact is, it goes beyond the points, rebounds, assists. He is having the most efficient scoring season at by a guard, someone's who's shooting or like who's scoring as much as him. It's the most efficient, maybe by any player, but especially by a guard. True shooting is probably like high 60s. To be fair, Jokic is having just as great of a season. I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah,
like
he's
picking sides because they're just having two of the best seasons ever. Like it's insane.
So,
yeah,
so Greg,
I just
Yeah, Pete?
go Pete.
do you think Shea's more valuable than Jokic?
More valuable than Jokic. It's tough
That's a
because
nasty question.
they're both so they're both so ball dominant. Like they are their team's offense. Shea
Yeah.
in a little different way because he's scoring more and not getting as many assists. So like Jokic accounts for more points if you do the point rebound or points and assist thing. But like SGA is like just he is their guy. If any offensive possession in the game, like if they need a bucket, it's him. And like yeah, the Nuggets whole offense runs through Jokic. I think like if you do the thing where it's like take them off the team, I think the Nuggets are gonna be worse than the Thunder. But
Easily.
that's not. I don't think that's what MVP should only be about.
No, you're
I agree. I
correct.
agree. Absolutely. And it's not. And I don't like that's the voting hasn't been on that either. I
Hmm.
just I think I think last year I was almost because I'm such a big Jokic fan,
Hmm.
as has been documented on this podcast. Last year I was like frustrated that SGA won the MVP over Jokic because Jokic averaging that triple double. I think
Fair.
this year it's so hard for
Yeah.
me, even despite how good like Shea, like you said, is having the best, most efficient season as a guard ever. He's 55, 43, 88 as a guard, shooting averaging 32 points a game.
It's
Yoke
insane.
is 61, or sorry, 60, 42, and 84, averaging 30 a game. So it's like These guys are two of the most efficient offensive hubs. Jokic, obviously, infamously averaging a triple double for a second year. They only have four more losses than the Thunder, which in this early stage of the season is,
Yeah.
kind of more. It's a bigger margin than
Yeah,
if they had
but
four
but
less at
the
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 end.
wins gap is going to be smaller this year probably. Like the Nuggets could end up with 60 wins.
Exactly, because the Nuggets finally, now that they got Calvin Booth out of there, are built well. They have a
Yeah,
good
great
team around Jokic
offseason.
finally.
Hmm.
Um, I would hope, again, as a Jokic fan and again a fan of SGA, I think, he did deserve the MVP last year. It's not like I think Jokic also deserved the MVP
Yeah,
last year. It was just
exactly. It was a
whoever.
tough race.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if they break the wins record, I think if they get 70 or more wins, I think it's SGA's award.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
if
you
they get
can't.
you can't. But I think if they get like 69 or less wins, then I do think there might be, and they keep the similar stats. I think there might be some wave of, oh man, Jokic, it becomes more this 50-50 again, where Jokic might get it back because I think Jokic's greatness, his value, I think he's the most valuable player ever in the sense of just
Uh,
like
I was gonna say the same
single
thing.
player value. And
Yeah,
the stats back that up.
the
Um,
advanced stats. It's
yeah, the
crazy.
advanced stats love him as the most kind of just what like net on off splits when he's on the court
Yeah,
versus when he's off. He's amazing. So
yeah,
and so is Shea. So
yeah. I
I
mean,
I, I love it.
SGA,
I love that we have such great players.
the Thunder have the best. They're on pace for the best net rating ever this season. I haven't
Yes.
checked it, but I assume it hasn't dropped off after two close losses. It was like
No.
plus 17, which is just out of this
Yeah.
world.
They're
I'll say this:
15.8
I
right
don't want
now.
to pick a side right now. If if they both continue on their same path, this is going to be the greatest MVP race in NBA history. I think last year had a discussion to be so, and they both have kicked it up another level. Like
Yeah.
Jokic has put up the same stats but more efficiently. Shea, same thing. He's putting up like maybe another point or something, but they're just doing the same thing but even more efficiently. Um, I can't wait to see how it plays out.
Just to give some more advanced numbers because I love looking at these. Jokic has an 140 offensive rating, meaning that per 100 possessions, the Nuggets average 140 points when Jokic
That's
is on the
and
floor.
I think they have the best offense. They're gonna have the best offensive rating of all time this season, I
The
believe.
Nuggets,
Yeah, what's their offensive rating right now?
yeah, they're at 123.7.
I think
Knicks, 121.7, folks.
wow, I
Right
think the
under them.
Celtics have the record at like 122 or 3. It's like the Nuggets will maybe catch that. I mean, that's a record that keeps getting set each and every year with how,
Yeah, offenses just get
the
better.
refs just keep loosening the calls on offense, which is my one big problem with the NBA. I just hate how it's being called in the regular season. It's just like everything's a foul. Like now, if you high five someone after a shot, it's a foul. Like get the fuck out of here. Like oh my god, it just I think it ruins parts of the game. And I know it's like an NBA old head take, and I'm not someone that's like I hate the NBA. Like I love it. I fucking make videos about it. But that's one thing that pisses me off. Side tangent over.
And also, real quick, Shea, his offensive rating 137. So these guys,
Yeah,
they're amazing. They're both
yeah,
upper echelon. Their like win shares per 48, both of them um, are basically every 3 games, according to this metric, they're getting their team a win because of their win shares per 48. They're
yeah,
both like 0.35. Like they're they're amazing. I agree, Grud. Best MVP race ever
yeah.
if they continue this.
And I mean, it's tough for you Jokic fans that Shea has emerged to be this top level player because like if SGA wasn't doing matching him in all these advanced stats and all these efficiency numbers, we might be looking at the new MVP record for Jokic. Like Jokic
Yeah,
would
I
have
mean
won his
easily.
he has 3 right now,
Yep,
4 last year, 5 this year. He's not getting 2 more like it's crazy, but I think these
definitely.
these like era rivalries are what makes the NBA great. We talk about parity, but usually it's dumbed down to Magic and Bird, MJ versus everyone else, Kobe, LeBron. This is probably the Jokic and SGA era we're coming up on. And I can't wait to see how it
Definitely.
unfolds. But are we ready to wrap it up, you think? You guys?
Pete,
I
you got
believe
anything?
so. I got nothing else for you guys.
I
I'm
got
ready
one
to
more
wrap it
question.
up.
I got one more question actually. So who's more of a unicorn, Jokic or Shohei?
Hey, thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you guys later. Jokic sucks. That literally was what happened.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, that'll wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you for rejoining us for episode 6 of the Full Court Press podcast. Hopefully next week we'll get our co-host Connor Rourke back in the studio with us, and maybe, just maybe, in person with real microphones, real cameras, real human
People.
interaction. That'll wrap it up for today, folks. Signing off, Brendan Grudberg alongside the Alejandro brothers. Have a great holiday, whichever one you celebrate, if at all. And take care.